Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a life where your mind is no longer a battlefield. A life where intrusive thoughts lose the grip, where silence is not empty but powerful. This is not a fantasy. It is a discipline. It is a way of thinking rooted in calm, clarity, and control. Welcome to required transformation. In a world filled with noise, distraction, and endless stimulation, your mind has been trained to react. Every thought feels urgent. Every worry feels important. But the truth is simple. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every feeling deserves your reaction. The Stoic mind understands this deeply. Intrusive thoughts are not enemies. They are visitors. They knock, they enter, and they try to stay. But you decide how long they remain. The moment you stop resisting them with panic, they begin to lose their power. What you resist emotionally often grows stronger. What you observe calmly begins to fade. You are not your thoughts. This is the first truth you must accept. Your mind produces ideas, fears, memories, and images, but they are not you. You are the observer. The awareness behind the noise. Once you create this separation, you reclaim control. The Stoic approach is not about forcing silence. It is about allowing peace. Instead of fighting your thoughts, you learn to watch them without judgment. Like clouds passing through the sky, they come and go, you remain steady beneath them. When an intrusive thought appears, do not chase it, do not argue with it, do not try to prove it wrong. Simply acknowledge it and let it pass. This is where your power lies. In non-reaction, in calm detachment, your mind has been conditioned over time. Years of habits, fears, and reactions have shaped it, but what has been trained can be retrained. Slowly, gently, consistently, this is the reset you are seeking. Silence is not the absence of thought. It is the absence of disturbance. You may still have thoughts, but they no longer control you. They no longer disturb your inner peace. This is the goal. Every day, take moments to sit in stillness. No phone, no distractions, just you and your awareness. At first, your mind will resist. It will throw thoughts at you, trying to pull you back into noise. Stay with it, do not engage. The more you practice this, the more you strengthen your ability to remain calm. Like a muscle, your awareness grows stronger with use. And as it grows stronger, intrusive thoughts grow weaker. You do not need to eliminate thoughts. You only need to change your relationship with them. This shift changes everything. What once controlled you now becomes powerless. Remember this. Thoughts are temporary. They come and go, but your awareness remains. Anchor yourself in that awareness. That is your true self. That is your strength. There will be moments when your mind feels overwhelming. When thoughts seem louder than ever. This is normal. Do not see it as failure. See it as part of the process. Growth is not always quiet. When this happens, return to your breath. Slow it down. Feel each inhale. Feel each exhale. Your breath is your anchor. It brings you back to the present moment, where peace exists. The present moment is all you truly have. The past exists only in memory. The future exists only in imagination. Intrusive thoughts often live in these two places. But peace lives here. Now each time you bring your attention back to the present, you weaken the hold of intrusive thoughts. You remind yourself that you are in control. Not your mind. Not your fears. You. Do not expect instant results. This is a journey, a slow transformation, but every moment of awareness is progress. Every moment of calm is a victory. As you continue, you will notice something remarkable. The thoughts that once felt overwhelming begin to lose their intensity. They become quieter, less frequent, less important. You begin to experience a new kind of silence. Not forced, not empty, but peaceful, stable, strong. This is the silence of a disciplined mind. With this silence comes clarity. You begin to see things as they are, not as your fears distort them. You make better decisions. You respond instead of reacting. This is the Stoic way. To remain steady in the face of chaos. To remain calm in the presence of noise. To remain in control, no matter what arises within or around you. You are capable of this. You already have everything you need. The ability to observe, the ability to choose, the ability to remain still. Now, make a simple commitment. Each day, give yourself time to reset. Even a few minutes. Sit quietly. Observe your thoughts. Let them pass without resistance. Over time, this practice will transform your mind. Not by force, but by understanding. Not by struggle, but by acceptance. And as your mind becomes quieter, your life becomes clearer. You begin to experience a deeper sense of peace. A calm that is not easily shaken. This is not just about silence. It is about freedom. Freedom from constant mental noise. Freedom from intrusive thoughts. Freedom to live with clarity and purpose. If this message speaks to you, take it seriously. Apply it, practice it, let it guide you toward a calmer mind and a stronger self. And if you want more of this kind of deep, life-changing guidance, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Stay connected, and continue your journey toward inner peace and control. There is more ahead. Stay with this path. Stay consistent. And most importantly, stay aware. Stay aware of the subtle moments when your mind tries to pull you away from stillness. It may come as a sudden worry, a random fear, or a memory that refuses to fade. In these moments, remind yourself that awareness is stronger than reaction. You do not need to follow every thought that appears. There is a quiet strength in choosing not to engage. Most people believe power comes from action, from doing, from reacting quickly. But true control is found in restraint. In the pause between stimulus and response, there is freedom. That pause is where your transformation lives. When you begin to master this pause, your mind starts to reorganize itself. The constant urgency fades. Thoughts slow down. You begin to notice space between them. In that space, you will find peace. In that space, you will rediscover yourself. Do not fear silence. Many people avoid it because it reveals what they have been running from. But silence is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It shows you the patterns of your mind. It reveals what needs to be understood, not suppressed. As you sit with your thoughts without judgment, something powerful happens. They begin to lose their emotional charge. What once triggered anxiety becomes neutral. What once felt overwhelming becomes manageable. This is how the mind heals. You may notice that some thoughts repeat themselves. This is not a sign that something is wrong. It simply means your mind is trying to resolve something. Instead of resisting, allow it to observe the repetition without attaching meaning to it. Over time, even the most persistent thoughts will weaken, not because you forced them away, but because you stopped feeding them with attention and emotion. Attention is energy. Where you place it determines what grows. Choose carefully where your attention goes. Each time you withdraw it from intrusive thoughts and bring it back to the present moment, you reclaim your power. You strengthen your ability to remain calm. There is no need to rush this process. The mind does not change overnight, but with patience and consistency, it transforms. Slowly, quietly, steadily. Like water shaping stone, you may begin to feel lighter, less burdened by constant thinking, more present in your daily life. Simple moments become more meaningful. You notice things you once overlooked. This is the beginning of true awareness. Not just observing your thoughts, but experiencing life more fully. Without the constant noise, you begin to see clearly. You begin to live intentionally. When challenges arise, and they will, you respond differently. Instead of reacting with fear or frustration, you pause. You observe. You choose your response with clarity. This is emotional discipline. The Stoic mind does not seek to eliminate difficulty. It seeks to remain steady within it. Intrusive thoughts are just another form of difficulty. And like all challenges, they can be faced with calm strength. Each time you remain calm in the presence of intrusive thoughts, you reinforce a new pattern. You teach your mind that there is no threat, that there is no need to react, and gradually, the intensity fades. You are retraining your mind to be at peace. This is not weakness, it is mastery, it is control at the deepest level. There will be days when it feels easier, days when your mind is quiet and still, and there will be days when it feels chaotic again. Accept both. Do not cling to the good or resist the difficult. Consistency is more important than perfection. Even on difficult days, return to your practice. Sit in stillness. Observe. Breathe. Let it pass. You are building something powerful within yourself. A mind that is not easily disturbed. A mind that remains calm under pressure. A mind that is free. Freedom is not found in controlling every thought. It is found in not being controlled by them. This is the difference. This is the shift. As you continue this journey, you will begin to trust yourself more. You will realize that you can handle your thoughts without fear, that you are stronger than the noise. This trust changes everything. It removes the urgency. It removes the panic. It allows you to remain grounded, even when your mind tries to wander. Ground yourself in the present moment again and again. Feel your breath. Notice your surroundings. Bring your attention back gently, without force. This gentle return is key. There is no need for harsh discipline. The more gentle you are with your mind, the more it begins to settle naturally. You are not trying to dominate your mind. You are guiding it like calming a restless sea, not by force, but by patience. With time, you will notice longer periods of calm, moments where your mind is quiet without effort. These moments will grow. They will become your new normal. And in this calm, you will find clarity. You will think more clearly, act more wisely, and feel more at peace. This is the reward of your practice. Not just silence, but a deeper connection with yourself. A stronger sense of control. A more grounded way of living. Keep going. Stay consistent. Stay patient. This path is simple, but it requires commitment. And if you are finding value in this journey, remember to subscribe to this channel. There is more guidance ahead, more lessons to help you strengthen your mind and deepen your peace. You are not alone in this. Continue the journey. Continue the practice. And let your mind become a place of calm, not chaos. As you continue, begin to notice how your reactions shape your inner world. Every time you react with fear, frustration, or urgency, you reinforce the idea that your thoughts are powerful. But every time you remain calm, you send a different message. You remind your mind that it does not control you. This shift is subtle, but it changes everything. You are no longer fighting your thoughts. You are outgrowing them. You are stepping into a higher level of awareness where thoughts no longer dictate your state. There is a deep peace that comes from this understanding. A quiet confidence that no matter what appears in your mind, you can handle it not by force, but by stillness. Let your thoughts come. Let them go. Do not chase them, and do not run from them. Stay grounded in your awareness. This is where your stability lies. At times, your mind may try to convince you that certain thoughts are urgent. that you must figure them out immediately. But this is often an illusion. Most thoughts lose their importance when you stop feeding them attention. Give yourself permission to let things remain unresolved. Not every question needs an answer. Not every thought needs to be explored. Some things are better left alone. In this space of non-engagement, your mind begins to quiet itself. The constant need to analyze fades. The urge to react weakens. You begin to experience mental stillness more often. Stillness is not something you create. It is something you uncover. It has always been there beneath the noise. You are simply removing what blocks it. As you uncover this stillness, you may feel a sense of relief. A release from the constant pressure of thinking. A lightness that was always available to you. Stay with this feeling. Let it deepen. Let it become familiar. The more familiar it becomes, the easier it is to return to it. You are training your mind to rest. Not to wander endlessly, not to react impulsively, but to rest in awareness. This is a rare skill, but it is one you are developing. There is no need to rush ahead. Stay present with where you are. Growth happens in the now, not in some distant future. If your mind drifts, gently bring it back. If thoughts arise, observe them. If emotions surface, allow them. Everything is part of the process. Nothing you experience in your mind is permanent. Everything changes. Everything passes. This is the nature of thought. Understanding this deeply removes fear. You no longer feel threatened by your own mind. You see it for what it is, a stream of temporary activity. This realization creates distance, and in that distance, there is peace. In that distance, there is control. You are not suppressing your thoughts. You are transcending them. You are learning to exist beyond their influence. As this becomes clearer, you will notice a shift in how you experience the world. You become less reactive, more observant. Less anxious, more grounded. This does not mean life becomes perfect. Challenges will still come, but your relationship with those challenges changes. You face them with calm instead of chaos. This is the essence of inner strength. Not the absence of difficulty, but the ability to remain steady within it. Every moment you choose awareness over reaction, you strengthen this inner strength. You build resilience. You build clarity. Your mind begins to trust this new way of being. It no longer feels the need to constantly alert you, to constantly create noise. It begins to settle, and as it settles, you experience more silence. Not forced silence, but natural silence. The kind that feels peaceful, not empty. This silence becomes your foundation, a place you can return to at any time, a place that remains steady, no matter what happens around you. Make it a habit to return to this silence throughout your day. Even in small moments, a few seconds of awareness can reset your entire state. Pause. Breathe. Observe. Let go. These simple actions hold incredible power when practiced consistently. You are not trying to become someone new. You are returning to who you have always been beneath the noise. A calm, aware, grounded presence. That is your true nature. As you reconnect with this, life begins to feel different. Less rushed, less overwhelming, more intentional. You begin to respond to life with clarity instead of confusion, with calm instead of fear. This is the transformation you are creating. Quiet, steady, and powerful. Stay committed to this path. Even when it feels slow. Even when it feels repetitive. This is how lasting change is built. And if this journey is helping you, if you feel even a small shift within yourself, make sure you subscribe to this channel. There is more to come. More guidance, more stillness, more clarity. Continue with the practice. Continue choosing awareness. And let your mind become a place of peace, strength, and control. As your awareness deepens, you will begin to notice something even more subtle. The space between your thoughts will expand. What once felt like a constant stream becomes more like gentle waves, rising, falling, and disappearing without disturbance. In this space, you are no longer pulled in every direction. You become centered, grounded, present. This is where clarity begins to take root. Clarity is not something you chase. It appears naturally when the noise fades. When your mind is no longer crowded with endless reactions, you begin to see things as they are. Simple, direct, uncomplicated. You may start to question why you ever gave so much power to intrusive thoughts. Why they felt so real, so urgent, so overwhelming. And the answer will become clear. It was not the thoughts themselves, but your attachment to them. Attachment creates intensity. Detachment creates peace. This is a principle you will come to understand deeply through practice, not just words. Each time you observe a thought without engaging, you weaken the habit of attachment. You create a new pattern. A pattern of calm observation instead of emotional reaction. Patterns shape your reality. What you repeat becomes who you are. And now, you are repeating awareness. You are repeating stillness. You are repeating control. Over time, this repetition becomes automatic. You no longer have to remind yourself constantly. Your mind begins to default to calm instead of chaos. This is when you realize that true discipline is not force. It is consistency. It is showing up for your practice again and again, even when no one is watching. There is strength in this quiet discipline. A strength that does not need to be seen or praised. A strength that exists within you, steady and unshaken. As this strength grows, external distractions lose their influence. Noise from the outside world no longer disturbs your inner state as easily. You become less reactive, more intentional. You begin to choose what deserves your attention. And more importantly, what does not. This choice is your power. Not everything deserves a reaction. Not every situation requires your energy. Learning to withdraw your attention is just as important as knowing where to place it. Protect your mind. Guard your attention. These are not passive acts. They are deliberate choices that shape your inner world. The more intentional you become, the more peaceful your mind becomes. Not because life becomes easier, but because you are no longer giving your energy to what disturbs you. This is how you create inner stability. Not by controlling everything around you, but by mastering what happens within you. Your mind is no longer a place of conflict. It becomes a place of observation, a place of awareness, a place of calm, and in this calm, you begin to experience a deeper level of presence. You are no longer lost in thought. You are here, fully engaged with the moment. Life begins to feel richer in this state, more vivid, more meaningful, because you are actually experiencing it, not just thinking about it. This is the gift of a quiet mind. It allows you to live fully, without the constant interference of unnecessary thoughts. You will still have thoughts. That will never change. But your relationship with them has changed. And that changes everything. You are no longer controlled by what appears in your mind. You are guided by your awareness. This awareness becomes your anchor. No matter where you are, no matter what you are doing, you can return to it even in the middle of chaos. You can find stillness. Even in moments of stress, you can remain calm. Because your peace no longer depends on external conditions. It comes from within, from your ability to observe without reacting. To remain steady without forcing. This is true control. Not control over the world, but control over yourself. As you continue to practice, this control becomes natural. Effortless. Part of who you are. You no longer feel the need to fight your mind. There is no struggle. only awareness, and in that awareness, there is peace. Let this peace guide you. Let it shape your actions, your responses, your life. Return to it often. Protect it, strengthen it, and if you want to continue deepening this level of calm and clarity, make sure you subscribe to this channel. There is more waiting for you. More silence, more strength, more understanding. Stay on this path, stay present, and allow your mind to become what it was always meant to be. Quiet, clear, and free. As you move deeper into this practice, you may begin to notice a profound shift in how you experience yourself. The identity you once built around your thoughts starts to loosen. You no longer define yourself by what appears in your mind. You begin to see that who you are is far greater than any passing idea. This realization brings a sense of freedom that is difficult to describe but impossible to ignore. You are no longer trapped in cycles of overthinking. You are no longer pulled into every mental narrative. You are simply aware, present, and steady. There is a quiet confidence that begins to grow within you. Not loud, not forceful, but deeply rooted. It comes from knowing that no matter what thought arises, you can remain untouched. This confidence is built through repetition, through patience, through your willingness to remain still. Even when discomfort arises, you approach it differently. Instead of resisting it, you allow it, you observe it without labeling it as good or bad, and in doing so, you remove its power over you. This is the paradox of control. The more you try to control your thoughts, the stronger they become. But the moment you stop trying to control them and simply observe, they begin to settle on their own. Allow your mind to be as it is, not perfect, not silent all the time, but natural. Thoughts will come and go, emotions will rise and fall. Let them move without interference. You are learning to trust the process of your own mind, to trust that it will calm itself when you stop agitating it with constant reaction. This trust is essential. Without trust, you will always feel the need to interfere, to fix, to solve, to control. But with trust, you can relax into awareness. You can allow things to unfold without force. This relaxation is not laziness. It is a deeper form of discipline. A discipline rooted in patience and understanding rather than effort and struggle. You may find that your need for constant stimulation begins to fade. The urge to check your phone, to distract yourself, to escape your thoughts becomes weaker. You become more comfortable with stillness. Stillness becomes a place of rest, not discomfort. A place where you can return to recharge, to reset, to reconnect with yourself. In this stillness, insights may arise naturally. Not forced, not chased, but discovered. Clarity often comes when the mind is quiet, not when it is searching. Allow these insights to come and go just like thoughts. Do not cling to them. Even clarity should be held lightly. Everything in the mind is temporary. Even the most profound realization will pass. What remains constant is your awareness. Anchor yourself in that awareness again and again. Let it be your home. A place you can always return to, no matter what is happening around you. As this becomes your foundation, life begins to feel less overwhelming. You no longer feel the need to control every outcome. You become more accepting of uncertainty. This acceptance brings peace, not because everything is perfect, but because you are no longer resisting what is. Resistance creates tension. Acceptance creates space. And in that space, your mind can breathe. Let your mind breathe. Give it room to settle. Stop filling every moment with noise and distraction. Even a few moments of silence throughout your day can make a difference. Small pauses where you simply observe, without judgment, without reaction. These pauses accumulate. They build momentum. They strengthen your ability to remain calm in any situation. Over time, this calm becomes your default state. Not something you have to create, but something you naturally return to. You begin to carry this calm with you everywhere. Into conversations, into challenges, into your daily life. Others may notice this change in you. A sense of stability, a presence that feels grounded and steady. This is the result of your inner work. But remember, this journey is not about external validation. It is about your relationship with yourself, your ability to remain at peace within your own mind. Stay focused on that. Stay committed to your practice. Even when progress feels slow, trust that it is happening. Every moment of awareness matters. Every moment of non-reaction strengthens you. You are shaping your mind into a place of peace. A place where intrusive thoughts no longer dominate. And if this message continues to guide you, if you feel this shift growing within you, make sure you subscribe to this channel. There is more to come. More depth, more clarity, more silence. Continue the journey. Continue the practice. And allow your mind to become a place of stillness, strength, and freedom. As you continue along this path, you may begin to notice how much of your previous suffering came not from reality, but from interpretation. The mind has a way of creating stories, layering meaning onto simple thoughts, and turning them into something much larger than they truly are. Now, you are stepping out of those stories. You are no longer automatically believing everything your mind presents. You are observing instead of absorbing. And this creates distance. A healthy, necessary distance. In that distance, you begin to see clearly. A thought is just a thought. It is not a command. It is not a prediction. It is not your identity. It is simply a mental event passing through your awareness. This understanding removes the weight you once carried. You no longer feel obligated to engage with every idea that arises. You are free to let it pass, just as easily as it came. There is a calm authority in this. A sense that you are finally in charge of your inner world. Not through force, but through clarity. Your mind may still attempt to pull you back into old patterns. It may present familiar thoughts, familiar fears, familiar doubts. But now, you recognize them. And recognition is power. You no longer get lost in them as easily. You see them arise, you acknowledge them, and you allow them to fade. This is progress. Quiet, steady progress. Do not underestimate these small moments of awareness. They are the foundation of your transformation. Each one builds upon the last, strengthening your ability to remain present. With time, these moments connect. They form a continuous state of awareness that carries you throughout your day. You are no longer switching between calm and chaos as often. You are becoming consistently steady. This consistency is what changes your life. Not temporary motivation, not short bursts of focus, but a stable, grounded way of being. You are becoming less reactive to triggers. Situations that once disturbed you now feel manageable. Thoughts that once consumed you now pass without impact. This does not mean you stop feeling. It means you feel without being overwhelmed. You experience emotions without being controlled by them. There is strength in this balance. You are not suppressing your humanity. You are refining it. You are learning to experience life without losing yourself in it. As your mind becomes quieter, your awareness becomes sharper. You begin to notice subtle details. Your perception deepens. You are more in tune with the present moment. This heightened awareness brings a sense of calm alertness. You are relaxed, but attentive. Still, but aware. This is a powerful state to be in. From this state, your decisions improve. Your actions become more intentional. You are no longer acting out of impulse, but out of clarity. Clarity leads to better outcomes. Not because you control everything, but because you respond wisely to what is in front of you. This is how inner peace begins to influence your outer life. It shapes your behavior, your choices, your direction. But remember, the goal is not perfection. The goal is awareness. There will still be moments when you get caught in thought. Moments when you react without thinking. When this happens, do not judge yourself. Simply notice it, learn from it, and return to awareness. This return is what matters. Again and again, you come back. This is the practice. Over time, the gap between losing awareness and regaining it becomes smaller. You recover more quickly. You stabilize more easily. Eventually, even when thoughts arise, they do not pull you away as strongly. You remain rooted in awareness. This is where true freedom begins. Not the absence of thoughts, but the absence of attachment to them. You are no longer at the mercy of your mind. You are in harmony with it. Let this harmony grow. Nurture it with patience. Protect it with discipline. Create space in your life for silence. Reduce unnecessary noise. Be mindful of what you consume, both mentally and emotionally. Everything you expose your mind to has an effect. Choose wisely. Feed your mind with calm, not chaos. This is part of your responsibility now to guard your inner peace. To maintain the clarity you are building. As you do this, your mind becomes a place of refuge. A place you can trust. A place that supports you rather than overwhelms you. This is the transformation you have been working toward. And it is happening, even if you do not always see it. Trust the process. Stay consistent. Stay aware. And if this journey continues to resonate with you, if you are finding value in these moments of stillness and clarity, make sure you subscribe to this channel. There is more waiting for you. More depth, more guidance, more peace. Continue forward, one breath at a time, one moment of awareness at a time, and allow your mind to settle into the calm, steady presence it was always capable of becoming.